Shabbat Shalom. Welcome back to Take Time for Torah. This week is Parshat VaYetzei. Included in this Torah portion is one of the most famous and well-known stories of the Bible, the story of Jacob and the ladder. Jacob flees from his brother after having taken the birthright, purchased or traded the birthright, and he runs away. And he gets to the border of Eretz Israel, the land of Israel, and he lies down and goes to sleep, and he has a dream of a ladder ascending all the way to heaven, and angels ascending and descending from it. And the Torah portion at the beginning teaches us the following. It says, V'hinei anochi emach, that I, the Lord, am with you. Meaning that God is with Jacob, protecting him, committed to him. Just a few verses earlier, though, God says the following, I am the Lord, the God of your father Abraham, and the God of Isaac. The ground on which you are lying I will assign to you and to your offspring. And then it goes into that your descendants will be as numerous as the dust of the earth, and you shall spread out to the west and to the east, and to the north and to the south. And all families of the earth shall bless themselves by you and by your descendants. Thinking about this verse and these verses, Sforno teaches us that it was a link, that God makes a link to the land, to the gift of the land of Eretz Israel, the gift of the land to Jacob, and the values that guided Abraham and Isaac. That's why they are mentioned specifically. In a sense, Jacob will be a prince of the Lord in the midst of all the inhabitants of the land, as Abraham and Isaac were. In relating this link between Jacob's values and God's commitment to his ancestors, the Torah demonstrates to us that common ethics are the cornerstone of a strong relationship, a solid relationship. I was thinking about that and recently saw Star Trek The Next Generation episode called Darmok. And I love that episode. You see Jean-Luc Picard, Captain Picard, beams down to a planet and he meets a species that they have never encountered before, and the species speaks not in a language that Picard can understand, but he instead speaks in pictolane, pictures, metaphors. And so throughout the entire episode they are finding ways that they can communicate, to find a basis for the communication. And once they find that basis of the communication, then they begin to find basic common values, common ethics, which will help strengthen both relationships, create a solid relationship. I was thinking about that in terms of all of the turmoil that we see in this world. Whether it be Occupy the cities, whether it be the negotiations between Palestinians and Israelis, whether it be the ongoing economic crises throughout the world, or just the disagreements that we have in our local community and even in our local family. We need to have common values, a common language and common values, and that creates solid relationships. You know, the best marriages in this world are difficult, because two people are looking to accomplish their own sets of dreams and goals. But if that relationship are based on same ethics and values, then that relationship stands the test of time. That's true with any community and with any relationship. Think about it. Some of your longest friends are people with which you share values. You share experiences for sure, but you share values, and you have remained friends all these years, whether it be from college, high school, or even preschool. In sharing those common values, you create a solid relationship. And in creating those solid relationships, you create friendships for a lifetime. And you create a commitment to one another through difficult times and through joyous times. This week, reflect on those relationships. Enunciate to yourself what those values are. And continue to find people who share those same common ethics, because they certainly serve as a cornerstone for your solid relationship. Shabbat Shalom, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take time for Torah. Every week, just 5 minutes.
Kol derech